Hi, I'm Chris and we are JCD. In this week's episode, I check in at our luxury hotels to make sure things are going as they should. We start a huge window cleaning project in Ashford and Grey Water Drainage start their biggest ever contract. Let's roll the footage. Yes, another week of We Are JCD. It's Monday. Don't know if you can see outside, but it is dark. That is because it is now 10 p.m. But don't worry, as always, your boy has not been slacking. This morning, I was out with Mitchell. We went to a site, and I'll be honest with you, I was there a lot longer than I originally planned. We went to a site over in Kent that's had an issue. We managed to get it resolved, but this particular drain is very, what we in the industry call flat. There's not much of a fall on it, which is a shame because I'm told from the residents that live in this particular area that this road has just recently been done in terms of the drains. So they are not happy bunnies. They're having regular blockages there. Don't get me wrong, there's a little bit of misuse, but nothing that should be causing the issues that they're having there. So I spent a bit of time with him there, and then I went over to see a new customer about the contract we have been working on for the drainage, which will be quite a big step forward for Grey Water Drainage. And the good news is all that paperwork and the tender process is now complete. We are an official contractor. We've got some inductions to do and then we are good to go. So we're going to hopefully be starting that this week. I need to get some risk and method statements back to this particular contractor, and then hopefully we'll be able to get some inductions done on Thursday this week. After that, I went to have a look at a couple of jobs, moved around the tanker, see Mitchell, and then I went home to do some paperwork. And now I am over near the coast, near Portsmouth, at one of our hotels, as you can see. Just been checking in with the staff down here, giving them a hand. One of the ladies is on holiday, so I come to just make sure the cover cleaner is here, and I've gave them a little bit of a hand whilst I am here because I'm that type of guy to get stuck in. These contracts are going well. One is particularly difficult to cover, to be honest, but it's a very affluent area. It's literally in the middle of nowhere as well, which doesn't help. But I'm in some conversations with a customer about that. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get around that just yet. I think the general answer is to pay more money to staff or to get staff, but I've agreed a contract rate here, took a bit of a gamble on it and fell short. Sometimes that happens. I mean, it's quite a healthy pay rate here for a cleaning operative, but still we're struggling to fill it. So I've reached out to a few people in the industry to see if they can help. Tomorrow we're with our friend of the channel, Ollie Rastall from Source Environmental at his charity golf day. I'm taking some customers and friends down to that. Wednesday we have got a driveway to do some ACO drains on, so I'll be giving Mitchell a hand with that, and we've also got someone else helping us. Thursday I should be doing the induction for this new contract, so I can't actually tell you what it is. It's a confidential contract. I can't actually tell you who the end customer is, but it's quite a big one, which is a bit of a shame. So we've got a few cleaning bits and pieces going on this week. We've got an interesting project down in Ashford, Kent. I'm hoping to get you some montages of that. Adam's going to go down with James and the team and see how they're getting on. We've got to do the external windows this week, and then in a couple of weeks we are going to be tackling the internals. So yeah, there's a few bits going on. Friday I'm going to try and do some interviews for a van crew because we're looking to refresh that element of our business and get some new blood into the contract. So yeah, all busy day. It's 10 o'clock now, 5 past now. I've just finished my talk, so I'm going to pack up. That's going to wrap up Monday, but I'll quickly show you around how we're getting on at the hotel and see if you guys can notice a difference. Let's have a look round. What is happening, team? It is now Tuesday. Today we've got another social day. I think you guys are expecting me, by the time I've finished, to be a professional golfer with the amount I've been playing, but that is not the case. Today we are fortunate enough, we've been invited to the team at Source Environmental and Ollie Rastall's charity golf day. So I'm taking 2 customers and a friend. We're going up to Fleet, playing Northants Golf Course, and we're going to have a fantastic day with the team from Source. So I've got all my clubs in the car, I'm going to meet my friends. So let's roll the footage of the golf course and I will catch up with you guys after. Oh, nice. Caught the sun, it was nice and hot at Fleet today. Lovely day. Thank you to Ollie Rastall and the team at Source for arranging such a good day. I got left pretty quickly, to be honest. We had some dinner. I didn't stay around for the prizes because unfortunately it wasn't our day today in terms of the actual golf that we played. It was a fantastic course. Thank you to Ollie and the team at Source for arranging it. Food was lovely and we'll look forward to supporting the event next year. We've got quite a few charity golf days now, it's summer. Tomorrow I've got a day all over the place. I've got bits of drainage to do, I've got to get some paperwork over for a new contract we're starting. It's all going on tomorrow, which is super helpful and good. Nice and varied day. I'll be popping in some of our key accounts. It's been a busy day, I'll be honest with you. I got back late last night from our hotel, about 1 o'clock in the morning. I had to leave at 5 today to get over to Fleet, Northants with Ollie. So yeah, a bit of a long day today, to be honest. So I am absolutely bummed. So I hope you enjoyed what you could see of the golf course. It's been an interesting day. Tomorrow, back to normal scheduling, back out, doing business, grey water drainage, JCD, customers, everything in between. Early night for me tonight. Catch you in the morning. It's me, Chris, from JCD and grey water drainage. How are you guys? It is Wednesday. Lots of talking pieces today, or this week, so you're going to have to bear with me. Been out this morning, went to visit a new contract. We've just had a change of management now. Now, the manager that was there previously was done a good job, but this particular site is, how do I put it? It's quite a technical site, and it really needs someone that is a real grab things by the scruff of the neck and get things done. And I think the previous manager we had there, he was a lovely guy, but maybe just a little too passive. So we've got a new manager on site, and they're getting on really well. Getting on well with the managers. The team seemed nice and settled again, which is good. So I was pleased to go over there and see that. So what's been going on? Let's give you guys a little bit of an update. This week we have got a large window cleaning job that's going on in Ashford. So Adam, roll the footage. So that job, we're currently doing the external part of the project, and in a couple of weeks, which we'll film as well, we're going to do the internals. That we're going to be refurbing this particular building, so we'll make sure we film that one with you. Grey water is super busy. The contract that I've been going on about for a little while now is across the line. That's across the line. We've got some inductions tomorrow. I've sent all the risk and method statements and bits and pieces like that, so that is all good to go. I'm going to be doing the first few shifts because I am a firm believer in business that you can't ask people to do stuff that you do not understand or know yourself. Now, it doesn't mean I have to be an expert in it and know it top to bottom, but I certainly want to be able to know what's achievable in one day, what is the process, what bits and pieces they could come up against whilst out on site. So I'm going to make sure I do the first couple. I've got Thursday, which is tomorrow, and also I'm going to be working Saturday and Sunday night. Needs must sometimes. Going to be doing that. So yeah, just to understand what's going on. Also had another job today that we done today. Adam, chuck some pictures here. We had some 62 mil copper pipe, which is unusual, feeds a big water tank. And I went to look at a pump job a couple of weeks back and it was leaking bad.
When that's leaking?
And I offered the guy, I said, look, do you want me to get someone to fix that? And he said he had a contractor, but they were so busy that they couldn't get there for 3 weeks. And this was bellowing out. You'll be able to see by the video. This was absolutely flooding water everywhere, just wasting water. So I managed to get an engineer down to site today, and they got that fixed, which is a plus. And that's, the client was super happy. And also we got the nod on all the pump work there. So I'm pleased with that one. It all seems to be good at the moment. Seems to be good momentum going on. Really enjoyed the networking that we've done over the last few weeks. Had a conversation with a few people that I've done some networking with today and yesterday. So it all seems good in the JCD and grey water drainage hood. Yeah, there's not much on today. Rest of the day, I'm going to get back to Guilfoyle HQ shortly. Carry on with some bits of paperwork that I've got to do. We just signed up to a new health and safety program for grey water drainage. With JCD, we use quite a well-known company. Yeah, they're a bit hit and miss if I'm honest, but I've just signed up for this new one with a guy from LinkedIn. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. I like the look of the system. It's a lot more cost effective and hopefully a lot more better than the one we're using at the moment, which is ultra expensive. So yeah, it's all good. So not much else going on for the rest of the day. You're going to get back to Guilfoyle HQ, and then tomorrow I'll take you guys out on the road with me when I'm out in the tanker with Mitchell. See you guys in the morning. What's today? It's Thursday. It's late. New contract starts today on the drainage. And as always, any good leader will tell you, although you don't have to be an expert in things, you've certainly got to understand these contracts, especially big ones, which this is for grey water drainage. One of our, well, it'll be our biggest to date, hopefully. So I am going for an induction with Mitchell. We've got someone else who's going to be starting with us next week on the drainage side of things. So I've got to go into London, but it's a night shift. So we're going in for an induction, which is at 8:30 this evening. The time is now about 6:30. I've got to go down and get the drainage tanker, and then I'm going to meet Mitchell at the depot. Can't tell you too much about this contract because it's a confidential agreement, but what I can tell you is we're going to be doing lots of rainwater gullies, storm gullies, cleaning them out, surveying them. So yeah, it should be an interesting one. Tonight, induction, then we're going to go around with the contracts manager and have a look around just to make sure we understand what he expects on every job. And then we're going to hit the ground running with this one. I've actually got to work Saturday and Sunday this week, evenings, on this job. But I want to make sure I know, one, what it takes, two, what we can achieve in an evening, and everything in between. Just make sure I understand it and I dot all the I's and cross the T's. So, night shift tonight, and I've actually got a busy day tomorrow. So, I'm sort of hoping that it's not too late in the morning, because I've got a few bits to do in the morning. I've got a 10 o'clock appointment, 10 a.m. So, could be a rough one, but we'll see. So let's get in the van and get down to JCD HQ. So I'm down at JCD HQ. We've loaded up the tanker. I've got some bits of kit we need. We need some traffic management stuff, pointy arrows, work going on, all that stuff. So I've loaded all the TM stuff up. I've got all my cones ready to go. Just put some AdBlue in the tanker. She is ready to put to work. This is going to be the main workhorse for this particular job moving forward. And depending on the quantity, one of our very first videos, I said to you guys that one day we would have a big tanker. But I'll say it on camera, so we've got it. Grey water drainage and JCD. We're going to have our own tanker that size, that's for sure. So, and depending how this goes, we could be moving ever closer to that. So let's jump in. We've got to move over the Dartford Tunnel, after the Dover crossing now, get to site, get our induction, and then we're going to get going with this new contract. Let's jump in the old tanker and get up to site. Good morning, team. Well, new contract last night started well. As I mentioned, we had some inductions to do. We had a little bit of orienteering, but we went out and we done 5 jobs last night. Unfortunately, it was a lot later than planned. I probably got home about 5 o'clock, just after. Time I showered, got to bed. It was near on 6 o'clock and I had to be up again at 8 because I had an appointment in Canterbury, which I've just been to and finished. So I am now down at JCD HQ. This particular job is going to be a big piece of work for us. We're going to have lots of stuff coming up with that for grey water drainage. I didn't film any of it last night because, as I mentioned to you guys, sometimes it's not appropriate to do that. Customer was out with us and we just wanted to get the job done right, just make sure everything as it should be. So for me to stop, film, start doing B-roll, it's just not palatable on days like that. So it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with that. As I always say, I'm running a business and trying to document the journey as I go along. But this one is going to be a super interesting one. Obviously tired today. Mitchell's got one job on, so he's doing a little bit of overtime, but it went really well. So hopefully next week, when it's not so customer focused, I will be able to give you a little bit of an overview of what is going on with this job. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. As I say, Friday is and Thursday have been a little bit shorter, but it is what it is. So yeah, been an enjoyable week, and I'm pleased to get this one under the belt. It's been a long time coming. These good contracts take a little bit of time to get to fruition, but we're there now, and long may it continue. Got a few bits and pieces going on next week, but I'm not going to give away too much. I'll let you know what they are next week. So that wraps up another weekly episode of We Are JCD. As always, hit that like and subscribe button. Enjoy the weekend, team, and I will catch up with you on Monday.